Hello and welcome. Thanks for staying tuned. We started already with logarithm and we defined it, we solved questions. And then the last video we looked at the laws of indices. Now we'll be going straight into solving logarithmic equations. Now we have about 3 of them here. We're going to take them one by one. Now just mind you, we'll be moving from logarithmic equations, and part of this is we'll be having quadratic equation in between, just like we did with the exponential equation. Now you want to know more of this, we may not slow down on the quadratic part because we repeatedly solved it while we're solving the exponential equation. So you want to go back to the previous videos and see how we solved this thing. So we're going to be just a bit faster, but I'll also consider those who are looking at or joining for the first time. Now what we have is this, the log of this in base 2 equals to 2, and the log of this in base 10 equals to 1, and the log of this in base 4 equals to 3. So let's take them one by one. Now question number 1, we'll pick question number 1, log of 2 x raised to the power 2 minus 2x plus 5 is equals to 2. Now understand, I'll still take it gradually. It will not be like I did previously. However, we'll solve one question. Because of the length of the video, we would like to take it one by one. If we permit, we'll take all or as many as we can. So let's see. Now remember from the log, we have log A, B is equals to, let's say C. It means that if I'm to remove this log, the law states that if this is this, then log of a number to a particular base by definition is the number of times the base will be raised. This base is raised. That means this base, just like it pushes this up, it becomes to give that number. The number of times the base will be raised to give the number. So this base is raised, so B is equals to give this number is equals to A raised to power C. So like A pushes the C up. So this is it. So the same thing we're going to do here. So log 2 English. Let's say for example, let's say X. So it's going to be that 4 will be, these two will push this X up number of times to get this. So this is just going to be it. Now we'll come to this place and solve the same thing. Like here, representing this B. So this will become the number of times, the log of this to a particular base is the number of times the base will be raised. So the base is raised as this 2, not this one. This 2 is this, and this one is the power. So we have x minus 2x plus 5. So don't confuse it. This 2 is this one on the base, and this one is this one. So this is what we have now. So the log sign is out. So let's consider solving. So we have x this. So 2 raised to the power this is what? 4. So we have x raised to the power of 2 minus 2x plus 5 is equal to 4. The normal pattern of quadratic equation is, now let's bring it here, is to move this in and to have a 0 here. So what we'll have is x raised to the power of 2 minus 2x plus 5. This is a plus 4. Normally we do the additive inverse. Add minus 4 to both sides. So this is going to be minus 4 is equals to plus 4 minus 4. Or just move your 4 plus 4. When plus 4 crosses here, it becomes minus. But that's not exactly what was done in math. What was done, you do the additive inverse. So here we'll take care of and it will become a 0. 0 remain here. So it will be 5 minus 4. 5 minus 4 will 1. You have 2x plus. So you have x raised to the power of 2 minus 2x. So let me bring it up here. It becomes x raised to the power of 2 minus 2x plus 1 is equals to 0. So we have the additive inverse of this. So this it comes here, it becomes a minus 4, or you do that even better. So 5 minus 4 is 1, so minus 2 plus 1. Now you ask yourself, what two number is it that when I multiply them, I'll have this, and when I add them, I'll have this. So we're going to have it as 2 minus 1 times minus 1. Minus 1 times minus 1, because now I said I won't go back to this. Okay, let me just try and go back. Now we have two numbers, the adding will give me, if I add a minus, it will give me 2. If I multiply, it's going to give me 1. So normally, what two numbers will I multiply to give me 1? Of course, I have a plus times minus, it's going to take a lot of time, okay? Plus times minus. Eventually, the combination will be, we've done it in the previous video, I don't want this to take a long time. Let's just do it anyway. If I add these two numbers, if I plus or minus, it's going to give me 2 or minus 2. But when I multiply, it's going to give me 1, that is plus 1. Now, what are the two numbers? It is 1 times 1 times 1 that will give me 1. But what combination of 1? Number, remember, I have plus times minus, plus times plus, plus times minus, minus, plus times plus times minus, and minus times plus. So if you put 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, plus times plus is plus, so this is correct. Plus, then let's do the addition. If this changes to plus, wait. So plus 1 plus 1, okay, 1 plus 1 is plus 2. No, this is minus 2, so this would work. So minus times minus is plus. 1 times 1 is 1. Minus 1 is what? Minus 2. So even without going, we already have the answer. This will give us minus 2. This combination gives us plus 2 and plus 1. This is not correct. We need the two of them to be correct. So this one is wrong, this is correct. This is correct, this is correct. So this will give us minus times minus, plus times minus equals minus. 1 times 1 will give us 1. So this is not what we want, so this is wrong already. So minus times plus will give us minus 1. So 1 times 1 is 1. So this is wrong. So the combination that will help us is this, minus 1, minus 1. Now, minus 1, minus 1. I'll try to go a bit slower, probably in the next question. Now, minus 1, minus 1, that means minus 1 still means minus 1x, minus 1x. So we're going to substitute it with this. So this will become x squared minus x, or say 1x minus 1x. Then this plus is this 1 is this, plus this. So these are the two things. It was actually minus 1 and minus 1 that gave this. And when you multiply them, it gives this. So let's pick the two of them. This picks this picks this. So what is here that is also here? We're doing the factors. This is x times x, or there are x's here, x and x. Now, what is here that is also here? There's a plus sign here, there's a minus, there's a 1, there's an x. So what is here that is also here? I think x is here, so we'll bring the x out. So 1x is gone, 1x is gone. So what is remaining here is 1, or 1. So what we have is remaining x and minus 1. Now, we come to this place. What is here and is also here? What is here is minus. Okay, this is actually 1, this is minus, and 1, and times x. This one is plus, and this is what? 1. Actually, which is actually, yes. So, what do we do? What is here and is also here? Minus is actually here and is also here, because minus times plus is actually minus, so minus is out. Then there's 1 here and there's 1 here, so 1 is brought out. put the bracket. So if 1 is out, minus is out, minus is out. So 1 and 1 are here. So 1 will still remain because 1 is set as 1 times 1. So 1 is still remaining. So what we have is x minus 1. So this is 0 because 1 is set as 1 minus 1. So bring this and this together. Since here and here are the same, they'll be represented by one of these. So this and this are the same, so they'll be represented by just one of it, x minus 1. So this and this will pick this and pick this. So we'll have x minus 1 all equals to 0. So you see, eventually, perhaps a coincidence, the two of them are the same. So let's go ahead from here. We'll separate them. X minus 1 is equals to 0, or x minus 1 is equals to 0. So this x comes here, becomes x is equals to what? Plus 1. Actually what we did was the additive inverse. If I want, okay, let's do it this way. I want x to stand alone. What is stopping x from standing alone? Minus 1, okay? So what is the opposite of minus 1? So that they will both, in quotes, kill themselves. So that's plus 1. So the additive inverse of minus 1 is plus 1. So what we have is x. So we'll do it on both sides, right? Minus 1 plus 1 and then plus 1. I do it on both sides. So minus 1 plus 1 is going to be 0. So x will remain. And all we'll have is plus 1. That is what is done in maths. Not just that if this one crosses the cos sign, it becomes minus. It's a simple way of just knowing it. Then this or, so let's do it here. If minus 1 crosses a cos sign, the minus sign changes to plus. It becomes plus 1. So what we have here is x is equals to plus 1. Or 1, which is the same thing, plus 1 is the same as 1. Or x is equals to 1, which is the same as x is equals to 1. You put it twice. So this is the answer, the value of x. Thank you for staying tuned. But then try your hands on this. By the next video, we'll see what we can do on it. So thanks so much. If you learned, you gained something, please share, like, subscribe, follow for more. Thanks so much.